Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3302. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. Today we're going to take a look at the new discovery of non-sentient life. Is there a puzzle hidden within those ancient alien ruins? And just what is going on with the reduction to those delivery mission rewards. Before I get into this video, I just want to mention that I'm actually away from home this week, so I'm using different equipment, and if things sound a little bit different, then that is the reason why. On top of that, the schedule for video releases this week will be somewhat reduced, but don't worry, by the time next week comes around, we'll be back to the full schedule again. Life can be found all around the galaxy, or so it's said, and Commander Alicia has made a step towards a new discovery, what they're calling animular spires, a type of fungal life found on heat vents, as in fumaroles or around geysers. Commander Alicia took plenty of pictures, and you can see them here, and as you can tell, many of them look very similar to the sort of fungal growths you find on Earth. It's assumed that these fungi are capable of growing in the void of space due to the heat, gases and minerals that escape the vents. Now, there's certainly other types of non-sentient life out there. I've seen some of it myself over at the Elite Meet, and in the trailer there was what appeared to be some type of coral growths on the planetary surfaces. So sometime in the not too distant future, it's highly likely that some of these are going to be found. Interestingly, when these particular fungi are shot, they drop synthesis materials, so nothing unique, nothing special, at least at the moment, but who knows for the future. As is certainly very widespread news at the moment, an alien archaeological site was found. This is some ancient ruins, and it contains a lot of different artifacts. Some of these can be collected, and some of them are also in the form of obelisks or spires. These spires activate upon approach, seemingly like some type of ancient beacon. In fact, the entire site appears to be some type of giant puzzle, and many groups and many players are scrambling to try and figure it all out. Where will it all lead? What does it mean? Well, as yet, no one actually knows, but it's highly likely that at some point, aliens are going to be involved. Whether it will bring Thargoids or some other alien species into the picture is indeed a mystery, but I personally suspect that this could well be a key part of why this update has been called the Guardians. I highly recommend that if you haven't been there yet, then do head on over to this archaeological site. You can see the location in the video description below. Might take a little bit of tracking down, but it's not too hard to actually find it, especially if you're in open. You're going to see a lot of other commanders coming and going from that site. Now, this archaeological site was discovered by Commander Xdeath, and he achieved that by using information found in the Guardians trailer. By information, more specifically, I mean some stars that were in the sky for just a few frames during the entire trailer. He managed to use these to triangulate the location, so not that easy, quite a monumental task to be honest, and well done to Commander Xdeath for finding this site. It's highly likely that there are many other sites out there, either the same or similar in nature, and maybe there's some that are very different. These could be located absolutely anywhere in the galaxy, and again, players are out there searching and trying to find another site. If you're interested in all of this, there is a massive forum thread with a ton of information, and I'll link that in the video description. After the release of the Guardians to the live servers, one thing was noticed very quickly, and that was that the smuggling runs out of Sothis and Seos had been completely nerfed. Now, this was a way of people making millions. You could make a significant amount of money, maybe 40 million an hour or maybe more by doing these runs, and it seems Frontier have nerfed those on the Guardians. Now, beyond this, there is a lot of confusion amongst the player base regarding regular delivery missions, as these seem to have had their rewards cut as well, in some cases by as much as 90%. Naturally, people are wondering what the heck is going on, why this has happened. Have all delivery missions been nerfed? Well, it's turning out that this could well be a bug. Michael Brooks, executive producer for Elite Dangerous, has confirmed that there is indeed an issue with mission rewards and that Frontier are looking into it. Talking of bugs, the Guardians seems to have its fair share of them. In fact, more than its fair share, there's quite a lot there. And one of them might well be around docking, or at least trying to land some of the larger ships. In a recent video, I was trying to land a beluga and couldn't get it to latch onto the docking platform. Many people quite rightly pointed out that I was landing the ship with the nose pointed right down, pointed at a very bad angle that was preventing it from landing. However, many other people have since said that they've had the same problem with their Anaconda, their Pythons and their Cutters, and that they've been flying these ships for a very long time now, and now are having this same problem with docking. The bad news is that we may all very well be bad pilots, and that up until now the game has been accommodating to us. The good news is that Frontier have stated that they're aware that this is indeed a problem, and that they are investigating the causes of it. So hopefully all these problems with the Guardians get sorted out over the coming days and coming weeks, and we're not left hanging too long with all of it. But if nothing else, this docking issue in particular has taught me to brush up on my docking skills, which, to be honest, I've gotten a little lazy with over the past few months. Now, here's something I don't usually do, and on top of that, it's non-elite related. I want to talk very briefly about Space Engine. I released a video last week on it, and for those of you that don't know, Space Engine is a fully procedural universe. You can land on every single planet seamlessly, and that's planets of all types. They're rendered very, very beautifully. The reason I bring it up here is because it seems quite a few people have missed this one, and I feel the subject is something that a lot of people who like Elite would actually enjoy. So in this video I do a brief tour of the Milky Way with a very short look of Andromeda at the end. And here we can have a very brief look at that video. Here we are, looking at the familiar, our home, Earth. And as we gaze up into the sky, there too we can see the familiar, but there is also something more, a source of mystery, the great wonder of the ages. A sky then filled with many places that we know and recognise. The Pleiades star cluster there just above Earth, and to the left Barnard's Loop and the constellation of Orion. Collectively as a people, as we stand here upon the only world we have ever known, looking up at this sky, everything we witnessed is forever intertwined with the history of humanity. Our dreams, our myths, our future. Perhaps no object in the night sky has inspired as many stories as our nearest neighbour, our very own moon. And even today its surface features retain the names of our ancient ancestors. On the subject of video recommendations, Josh Hawkins has been at it once again. This time he has produced a rather fantastic video of the ancient alien ruins. Do keep in mind that the video will show spoilers from start to finish, so I won't show anything of it here, but I highly recommend you go and check it out. It's a fantastic video. So life seems to be cropping up all around the galaxy, and to be honest, we've known it's been there all along. Many planet descriptions, such as those of certain gas giants, speak of ammonia-based life, and certain other planets speak of non-sentient life. But up until now, we haven't been able to actually see any of it. Yet now it is being discovered slowly, piece by piece, and for now we've only seen one bit, but I suspect before long there's going to be many more discoveries. The big question of the moment though, of course, is when is sentient life going to turn up? Will it be within the Guardians? Well, that is an interesting thought, isn't it? And I suspect, if anything, the puzzle of the ancient alien ruins is going to be able to answer that question for us once and for all. That then brings us to the end of this episode of 3302. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.